In today's video, I'll show you how to make left diagonal rib pattern, which looks exactly like stairs. For this, I made myself a little visual pattern, like a diagram. So the actual pattern is actually 12 rows by 12 stitches. But since I'm gonna make a border on both sides and top and bottom, it's gonna be 16 by 14, as if you're making a blanket or a scarf. So you get the edges also. You can repeat as many times as you wish. Everything that you need to follow is the inside pattern, that it's 12 stitches by 12 rows, as many times as you need for your pattern. To make it easier for me to follow the pattern, I usually use like a small ruler and I place it on the row that I am, and sometimes a pencil or a pen, and I just put a mark if I forget where I am, and it's easier to follow along if you're making a bigger project. So to begin, you're gonna need a slip knot and 16 stitches. Which is basically 12 stitches for the pattern and 4 on each side for the edges for the border. You can do chain cast on or E-wrap. For today's video, I will be doing just the E-wrap as it is faster, and I'm doing this video so I can just show you the pattern. It's not a specific project that I'm currently making with it. If you like to check how to do the cast on, cast off, or the basic stitches, you can check my other videos. I have many Loom videos already. And I'll continue until I have 16 for the first row. On the second row, I'll do exactly the same, ear up, and the first peg I'll wrap backwards. The rest of the pegs I'll wrap in the same direction. Here is my cast on with the ear wraps. I will not count this row as the first row, as this is just a cast on. The next row will be only purl stitches. As you can see, my pattern, it looks kind of like stairs. Everything that it's in the orange colored squares, it will be purl stitches, and the white squares will be knit stitches. So the first row will be purl, and then we're gonna have 2 purls, 4 knit, 2 purls, 4 knit, 2 purls, and 2 more purls for the edge as well. On the back rows, I will not be knitting the first stitch on both sides. I'll start knitting from the second one, and I'll show you this when I get there. And again on the fourth row, 2 purls for the edge on both sides, 2 purls for the pattern, 4 knit stitches, 2 purls and 4. It's basically rotating purl and knit stitches by moving it kind of like in the direction like stairs, as I mentioned. So I'll continue and I'll show you the first row and the coming rows after that in a little bit. For the purl stitches on the first row after the cast on, only for the first back I'll do ear up, and from the second I'll start with purl stitches. So I just did the whole first row with purl, and the last one I just did it with ear up. All the stitches in the middle were purl stitches, so first and last ear up stitches on the second row, and all of the other rows when we have purl stitches as the first and last stitch, we're gonna be doing ear up stitches instead. The rest of the marks will be purl stitches. So for this row, since I went in this direction, I'm doing the back row coming on the back side. So now I will have 4 purl stitches, 4 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches, 4 knit stitches, and again 2 purl stitches. So for the first one and the last one of each row, when we do purl stitches, we're gonna have ear ups. The second one will be purl stitch and then 2 more, so 3 purl stitches, and then 4 knit stitches. Three, and 4. Again 2 purl stitches. If you like, you can put markings, some sort of stitch markings or tape or something, so you know where you are on the loom. But since there will be variation of purl and knit stitches on the coming rows, I prefer to use my drawing for that. So we just did two purl stitches, and we'll have 4 more knit and 2 more purls on the same row. Now I'm doing the knit stitches. So I just finished the 4th row, which was 2 purls at the end, 2 purl stitches. On the 5th row I will be skipping the first one, and I'll have knit stitch on the second one. So my yarn was on the right side. I move it in the back, and I start with the knit stitches. Since I'm skipping the first one, I'll have 5 knit stitches. Each time I do a knit row. Okay, sometimes my pegs fall off, but they can always be put back in place. So here it is, 5 knit stitches. For the last peg, I'm not gonna do a knit stitch again. I'll move the yarn on the back again and do E-wrap for the coming row of purl stitches. One purl stitch, and just E-wrap for the last one. On the 3rd row, we begin only with knit stitches, and on this row I'm not going to be doing purl stitches, so we'll have 6 knit stitches, 2 purls, again 4 knit and 2 purls, and the last 2 will be knit stitches for this row. I'm skipping the first, and in this case I will be doing 5 knit stitches that follow. So I have only 2 more stitches until the end of the 5th row, and it ends with 2 knit stitches. So basically I do 1 knit stitch, I skip the last one for this row, and I do E-wrap for the 6th row for the first stitch, and the second stitch will be purl stitch. After that I'll have 2 knit and again 2 purl stitches. And then I'll have 4 knit stitches, 2 purls, 2 knit and 2 purls. So now I have 4 knit stitches. purl stitches again. Two knit and two purl stitches for the last one, which the last one is actually going to be ear wrap instead of a purl stitch. Skipping the first peg on the next row of knit stitches, which is row number 7. So skipping the first one, and I'll have three knit stitches. Moving the yarn on the front, and the next would be purl stitch, 2 purl stitches. Four knit stitches on the 7th row. And again 2 purl. Two knit and 2 purl for the end. This is knit stitches. I'm on row 7th, so the last 4 stitches are knit stitches, so 3 knit stitches, skipping the last one on this row. And doing ear wrap for the next row. Number 8. So I finished all of the 14 rows, and I did one extra row just with ear wraps from the beginning to the end. Now I will do a cast off, and I'll show you the pattern. If you're interested in how you can cast off a loom, I have a video about it, so you can check some of my previous videos. But since I've been asked how to start and finish and stuff like that in my previous videos, I am doing an example of a swatch piece with cast on and cast off. So here's my finished swatch piece. Here's how it looks on the front side. And this is in the back. For this I use the hometown yarn. If you like to support my channel, please give a like, subscribe, share or comment. Thank you for watching.